I've been working on something huge for the past few months of my hiatus, and in this vlog, it's all coming together for the first time. This is the art process of my first ever professional art exhibition. Let's get started. My collection consists of 3 paintings about my experience with mental health that started out as a way to build my art portfolio for college. But I ended up getting accepted into a national art school, so I discarded the idea of making a portfolio and thought bigger. I was gonna make an art exhibition. The first painting is about one of my birthdays and was honestly a challenge. Somehow I couldn't seem to get the face right, so I had to sketch it outside the canvas and transfer it. By this point, I wasn't meaning on making a video about it, so the format is kind of messed up. Then I got to painting, which was also pretty hard given that I only had 3 colors to work with, which were the primary colors. I literally only mixed those 3 to create the colors that you guys are seeing. Okay, I realized I low-key cheated because I used a pre-mixed pink, but that was the only time. I used acrylics on a primed canvas, and this is how it turned out. I have even less footage of my second piece, but it was colored pencils on cold-pressed paper. Literally don't ask why I preferred cold-pressed paper for colored pencils. I don't know why either. It was about a letter that I wrote to myself in 6th grade, and this is the finished result. I recorded this footage like 3 months ago and then started working on my 3rd painting, but only started recording it by almost the end of the process. So this is kind of an insane thing that I have never done. I'm gonna explain to you guys everything that is going on. They're blasting copyright music in the background, which kind of makes it a little bit impossible to record without knowing if the audio is gonna pick up on this. I am trying to make my first art exhibition, and it's kind of crazy just because I've never really even stepped foot into the art world as a professional. I've always kind of been a beginner, and I am going to be until I am somewhat satisfied with my art. This is one of my paintings. This is a painting that I'm working on, and it is about mental health, and obviously you can tell that there's a lot of Okay, this art exhibition, I was thinking it was hypothetical at the beginning, but it's not anymore. Because I feel like it's gaining some reality points. That's what my coach told me. Yeah, I'm at my after school right now, which you can see because I am in a room with a bunch of whiteboards and stuff, and those annotations over there are not mine. I am going to have an interview with a curator for an art gallery that is very popular in the art community of my country, and it's also one of my favorite galleries because my favorite Panamanian artist, aka my favorite local artist, does a lot of art exhibits there, and I am so freaking honored to have the opportunity to work with her and to actually get to interview her. But nevertheless, I am very nervous because I only have 3 paintings for this potential exhibition because of the fact that I'm so new to this world and that I have this idea and I don't even have half of the material executed. So that's where we're at right now. I am so freaking nervous, but I will actually see you guys on interview day so that you guys can kind of see what it's like and what we're gonna do. It's been a month since I last talked to you guys, and I have the one and only baby girl. What you guys are seeing is a much more advanced piece than what you guys previously saw. That's because I did not record my process for this entire time. And big news, I have a due date now, but this painting needs to be completely done. And you want to know the worst part? I'm going to have to present it and explain it in front of a crowd. I don't do well with crowds. I'm low-key very nervous because this painting is very lore revealing, as you can tell. Yeah, I made myself some tea in my favorite mug, and I am also in very comfy clothes. This is actually my dad's. I stole it because that's how it goes. I was gonna be the heir to this sweater anyway, so I might as well just take it now. So what I was gonna do is that I have to finish locking in the colors for the silhouette, which is me. And I haven't done that, and I accidentally painted over this with a very dark color, so I don't know how that arm is gonna turn out now. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys that this whole painting and the whole project that I'm doing is thanks to an extracurricular that is all about projects, and thankfully they are so good that they kind of like got me a mentor that helps me out with the project that I'm making, which is basically to exhibit my art in a gallery. The first thing that is going to happen for the gallery is that I have to finish the collection, and the collection is about mental health. As you guys can tell, that's very explicit information about my mental health. Thankfully, it's not as current as you guys might think it is. It's more like past-ish, not fully past-ish, but kind of past-ish, mixed with present-ish. So when I met with my mentor, she's a curator of one of the most prestigious galleries in my entire country. I don't even know how to describe how nervous I was. Like, just thinking about that meeting honestly put me through so much stress, but the meeting went very well. She was like super nice. I have to say that she gave me like very good tips on how to find a gallery that was perfect for me, and I have like an estimate amount of paintings that I want to make, which are obviously not going to be finished by now. The closest thing to that exhibit that we're going to be doing is a newer thing, which is like the main plot of this video, which is we are going to be exhibiting our art for the first time in front of a crowd, and it's only going to be the 3 paintings that I've been working on, the 2 that I already made, but this one I have to finish it, and I have to like fix it up because I feel like there's like a few details that just kind of bother me. You guys can tell this is not fully round. There's like a stain that I accidentally made there. This is not fully opaque. There's still a little bit of like the underpaint there, which I wouldn't mind usually, but it's kind of bothering me that there's like no spots of the underpaint in the rest of the painting, and right there kind of is. And I also want to kind of make this a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can tell that this is meant to be like a black shirt, and the highlights are just like this weird greenish color. The whole theme of like the last 3 paintings is that I only used like a very limited amount of colors, and for the 2 acrylic paintings that I've already made, I only used the 3 primary colors: red, white, red, yellow, and blue, and a little bit of white. And I did not allow myself to use black. But yeah, let's actually get to like make the painting because I feel like I've been talking for way too long. Hey guys, it is a completely new day, and actually I just realized that I'm wearing the same clothes as the other day, but it's not the same day. Basically, the painting is done, and I'll have a picture up on the screen because I don't know where I left it. I think I left it downstairs and I don't want to go get it. But I am now in the next stage of this whole exhibition. This is more like the brainstorming stage because I feel like I have to brainstorm like all the ideas for what I'm actually gonna say, how I'm gonna present it. And for that, I ended up figuring out that I want to decorate the place, and I was also writing earlier the whole presentation, what I was thinking of saying, but I also don't know like all of the details because I feel like I don't really know what to talk about because I've never really like done an expo. For now I have like the topic, the idea. I'm thinking of the name of the collection, but I genuinely don't know what to name it. I also have like the story behind all of the paintings, or like a very general kind of story, I guess. And I also was writing about like the color and symbolism, but other than that I really don't know what to say, and I feel kind of like burnt out from coming up with ideas and having to write them down. So I actually was thinking like of focusing on the decoration and the layout of the whole exhibition. I have like a little corner for myself. I felt like that was like the coziest way to put it, and I want to decorate it, and I want like the exhibition to kind of draw you into the story. Because the first painting in the story is a birthday party, I was thinking like, why don't I make the decoration birthday party themed? I have this Pinterest board where I have like some crafts that I wanted to see if I could put into the exhibition, and I saw this like really cute paper garland thingy, and I thought like, hey, it looks pretty fun, and we're gonna get to like actually work on the decoration. I'm speaking very low, but it's because I am looking kind of tired. As you guys could tell, I made this paper hat, and the only two things that I've changed are that I attached this so that I could put it on my head, sort of like this. And I also got this like piece of fabric that was just laying around that no one was really gonna use, so I decided like I was gonna put this little tail. It's a little bit long, but I think that's how it's meant to be. I also feel like it's a little bit plain still, so I was thinking of adding some So I was thinking I'm gonna add some stickers that I'm dropping all of them, but I have these stickers. They're like musical notes and stars that, fun fact, they are in the original reference for my first painting. Like the first paper hat that I had actually did have some stickers on it, and it was these ones that I don't know why we still have them, but I'm glad we do because now I can put them on the hat and it's gonna be kind of like a nod to the original reference. I didn't include them in the final painting because I was like, I just didn't want to complicate the thing. I didn't want it to be like distracting of like the figure and the main focus of the painting. Let's actually get to making this. This is how the hat has turned out. I am really glad that it turned out this way because now I feel like it really does look like the original, and I feel like it just looks like really cute. It looks like it was made by a 10-year-old, which if you didn't know, that's what I'm striving for. My expo is kind of like in a chronological order. Like the first set of events takes place when I'm 10 years old. And so I wanted the expo to kind of be themed around that, like the start, because I feel like if I themed it to like the last painting, I feel like it would have been a little bit too, I don't know, like depressing, especially for like a teenager event. Now I guess I will see you guys on expo day. I think everything else is done. I just have to like check what I am going to be wearing with that. So yeah, expo day. Expo day is gonna be fun, I think. I'll see you guys then. At last, it was exhibition day, and everyone was setting up their project, myself included. To say that I was nervous was an understatement. I was terrified.
Even if the sky is gray, I know I need to step back and pray.
The fact that I had to speak to people I'd never met before was really starting to get to me, as you can see in some of these clips. My lead coach noticed and came to give me a pep talk to make me feel better. And to top off the stress, my paintings kept falling because I wasn't using the proper tape. But I moved on and rehearsed my speech. I'm so freaking nervous. I don't know if the camera's like picking up on this audio, but I'm so freaking nervous. I like legit. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm trying to like study the presentation and stuff, but like I feel like I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. I'm like
just so nervous. I feel like I am low-key like so stressed out. There's like a lot of like noise and stuff. Like there's like a ton of music, there's people talking. I feel like I'm not the best at speaking in front of crowds, and I like put myself pretty up and everything, but it's just like I just genuinely don't know.
In the end, the exhibition was a success, and I was able to loosen up and confidently talk about my art. For privacy reasons, I didn't include me talking to the audience, but I included some details of my speech on my latest Instagram post. Thank you to everyone that made this possible, to those that came up to learn about my project, and to you guys watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Bye!